Hold up 1 second. Watch Mingy for me, okay? Just keep him safe. Keep him right here. Uh, uh, Hi, and welcome to the video, guys, homies, y'all. Let's surface for a second. Let's get real. It is a problem how many YouTubers are having their kinks just sent out onto the internet at full blast because a video or a screenshot accidentally went viral. It is becoming concerningly often. I know, like, Pyro really spearheaded it. He was ahead of his time with the furry fart stuff. But now we have things like what I posted a video about just yesterday, which is the video where we talked about Verbal Ace, and how he had an animation of him with the main character of Has Been Hotel hunting him down for about 3 minutes and then catching him and doing weird 50 Shades of Grey-esque things to him in the bedroom with, like, some hell penis magic. It was an absolute mess. And there has actually been, if I may, a second kink has hit the timeline, with a new YouTuber who's been outed for having some really, really weird stuff he's been into because of some screenshots that went off online. And I want to clarify something really quickly because this video I posted has 20,000 views, which is the most views I've received on a video. So I know that a lot of you have probably discovered me because of this video, and I want to clarify something. It's not my forte to hyperanalyze YouTuber kinks online. That's not my main style of content. I just talk about things. However, I've been locked into the hell of having to cover 2 different YouTuber kinks 2 days in a row. So excuse the pattern. I swear it's just a coincidence. It's not a trend. Oh, and before I go any further into this, I need to drop a massive thank you to Banks. Banks is actually the one who DM'd me a link to all of this going down and told me about it, and now I wouldn't have known about it otherwise. I didn't even know Chuggaaconroy was a YouTuber, and I didn't know that he was very much into feet and sneaker sizes, but now I do, and I'm very happy to have that information, and now you guys are going to know about it as well. So strap in, I guess. And this story starts where any great fairy tale begins, which is Twitter, where a tweet came out from a Twitter user named Great Cheshire, also known as Lady Emily, that says, scrolling through Reddit and seeing dozens of comments calling the popular YouTuber who sexually harassed you for several months last year a wholesome bean with only green flags. With an upside down smiley face, I assume insinuating like, hey, no, he not, which we will come to see, because then another tweet came out afterwards, after everyone started going insane and trying to think who could possibly be the YouTuber behind, someone behind the mask, and it ain't Dream. Who could have done this? And then a second tweet came out from the same Twitter user, Great Cheshire, saying, F it. Just to get it off my chest, last year, Chuggaaconroy kept trying to get me to initiate erotic foot fetish roleplay with him, while he also had a girlfriend at the time. This included sending shoes to my house under the guise of a gift, only to constantly ask for feet pics afterwards. And my god, there are a lot of screenshots linked to all of this, and they are so direct. I read through all of them, and I could not stop laughing, and I wanted to read through all of them with you guys, because some of them are wild. Like, the way that he talks about feet and sneakers, I'm shocked that no one has figured out he's into them sooner. He is just so incredibly open about it. It's wild to me. But without further ado, let's dig into some of them, and then we'll figure out how the internet reacted to all of it. And my dear viewer, this story within a story starts where every great fairy tale within a fairy tale begins. Can you guess? You're correct. Twitter, again. Yeah, so Great Cheshire is a fan of Chuggaaconroy and would hang out in his streams quite often and chat in his chats like a viewer would. So sometimes when you have a viewer who's very loyal, you tend to interact with them back online. So Great Cheshire posted a selfie. And in the selfie, there was something wrong that Chuggaaconroy notices and points out in Discord DMs, but first, I want you to look at it. I want you to kind of guess, okay? So look at this image. What's wrong with it? What is it? Is it that she's ginger? And I would say, no, don't be mean to gingers. What did they do to you? But what he notices is a different detail. And it's that thing in the top right. What's that thing in the top right up there? Is that nice sneakers? Lol, thank you. I need new ones, to be honest. My everyday pair is starting to see some damage. And he said, seems sadly typical due to thin fabric. Now, that's a really weird way to start a conversation, and it also seems very concerning how deep into the shoe lore he is. Like, why does he know so much about shoe lore? Well, regardless, it goes onwards and starts to kind of diverge into normal YouTuber conversation, which is YouTube videos, where it's like, yeah, cursive liking shoes that aren't durable. Got them for $20 on sale, though, so can't complain. Hope you're doing well. He said, hey, thank you. Just finished editing a video that was nuts to make. So it's like, that's great. The usual pivot from a YouTuber. I mean, it's weird that he started by talking about feet. My cat wants my attention. Jedi, what? I'm making a video right now, dude. There's feet on my... Oh, come here. Say hi to the video if you're gonna come in and say hello. Look at the Jedi. Look at him. Oh my god, he's so freaking cute. But yeah, the usual pivot from a YouTuber. But of course, if you think that that's the worst that he's done in that conversation, you are delightfully mistaken. Delightfully? I wouldn't say delightfully. I'll say delightfully, because it's goddamn hilarious reading these comments. So, like, do you have a P.O. box? Not at the moment, no. Should I not? I probably shouldn't give her that voice. I feel like I'm giving her, like, the more formal voice, because she's the one not being weird, so we'll stick with that. Oh, well, I was gonna see if I could participate in a little bit of a birthday niceness. And then the conversation diverges back to gaming. They talk about games. It's like, you can see it on the loading screen. Corny F-54, good work. And then he says, if I may be so bold, sneaker size? Dude. That is the most Rizless way to ask that question. This is the most Rizless individual I think I've ever seen in my life. Like, you shouldn't be saying this kind of thing to anyone in DMs regardless, but the fact that he went about saying it in that way made me revert back through puberty a little bit. Did you hear that? Did you hear a large, heavy object just drop on the floor above me? We'll disregard that, because there's more to talk about. Generally around blank, I like that she censored it out so people didn't know her shoe size. Give or take a little. But that's usually what works most often. Nice! Yeah. Okay, well, I'll figure something out. Not sure if you have any dislikes that I should be aware of. And then there's a video showing more of the conversation, where it's like, I'm sure whatever you'll get me I like, and then it cuts back to Zelda conversation, then 2 days later, he talks about how he sent stuff, but, oh my god, hello? Okay. And then he sent some stuff, and he's like, there was a plan A, but couldn't do it because your feet are too darn big. Don't say it like that. So I went with a different idea. Oh, lol, I'm excited to see what it is. Thank you so much. And she's like, wow, you, took that surprisingly well. It's like, LMAO, I know my feet are big. It was a thing. I'm curious what plan A was. It's like, haha, really? That's a thing you joke about? And he's just really into it. He's talking about it so much. And then she eventually says that she assumes hormone replacement therapy aided in her feet shrinking, in which I think the only based thing that Chuggaaconroy said so far is when, nah, you were just more comfortable at the home in this body. We love a trans-supporting king. Thank you, Chuggaaconroy. I wish you didn't stalk people for their feet pictures. This part's just absolutely brutal, too. There's this really long conversation of him just talking with Cheshire about a game they're playing. And then he just immediately is like, okay, I'm gonna miss your shoes. It was kind of nice being their caretaker again. Looks at them in my hands. Dude, people communicating via asterisks on each side of the word to indicate an action died in at least 2012 on Kick. There's no way this dude doing this on Discord. As hard as it was, they stunk horribly. Guess we gotta continue with, oh my god, I just read the next message. Oh, man, big and stinky, you've got it all. And then things start to get admittedly kind of sad, because he just keeps pushing it, even though Lady Emily has no longer shown any interest in continuing the conversation. There is a time where they're talking about it, so they start planning what shoes he's going to send. It's like, oh, that's a great call, I love black high tops, so they're getting some black high tops. That's a vibe, we love some black high tops. He says, ha, it's my personal favorite shoe. It's a great shoe, goes with everything. Do I get to see you in them? No, please not. And then I assume this is a bit of a time jump, because it's like trying to get a lot done, want to finish a series, or at least I can get close so I can travel to Scotland to see my significant other soon. So this is also validating he has a significant other, which is concerning because the conversations he's having with Great Cheshire are very clearly he's trying to see her feet. And it's not like trying to see her feet as a friend kind of, you're not going to friend zone someone's dogs. This is something you're into if you're trying to see this very avidly. And it just continues because like, oh, cool, didn't realize she was in Scotland, and then Cheshire vanishes. Yeah, pretty far. We're thinking of immigration next year. Would you like to pick off where we left last night? It dropped off suddenly. You tend to disappear. Aw, gonna ping you once more. Hello? Have a nice doctor's visit? How did he know that? What? Huh? Stop it. Sorry to ping again, just wanted to know. Damn, you're no fun. Kidding, just a little concerned. And he just keeps talking. Hey, yo, how's today? Feeling any better? Oh, stop. I missed you. Are you doing any better? Blah. Blargan? What is he even saying? I think he's going insane at this point. Hey, hope I'm not piling it on. Just saw you were on. Hello. Dude, you've already piled it on about 9 messages ago when you asked to see the feet, dude. And it seems like that is when conversation died off for them because that was the latest date that I saw an interaction between them in DMs. However, there is another screenshot I thought was so goddamn funny, dude. So it starts with this conversation. It's like, that's what I thought too, lol. It could be like, I could fix this, but it's funnier if it's flawed. There's so much context I'm missing, but that's not important because it says, is that the face you'd make if I ran off with your shoes at a con? LMAO. Something like that. Like, how do you respond to that normally? And he's like, haha, what would you even do? Like, he really wants to know. He needs to know this stuff. And it's like, being forward with you because I'd rather not keep anything from you and let you make the best decision for you. I am into that, but only with my significant other. Oh, so he's admitted to be into feet. Oh, glad we understand each other. Walks up behind you and trips you with some fancy footwork. You thud to the ground, then I yank your sneakers off in an instant. Haha, loser, chucks them at you. I've had enough internet for the day. Well, justifiably, Chugga came out with an apology because what the hell did I just read? Chugga came out with a tweet on Twitter saying, hey, I want to say sorry to Emily and to you, our community, and apologize for making mistakes, for overstepping the boundaries of our friendship and causing her to hurt in the process. This will not happen again. This is a bit of a non-apology. I'm not going to lie to you. I usually am the kind of person that immediately wants to accept an apology someone puts out because you, like, go past the sake of an ego and say sorry. But in this apology, he literally just essentially says, I'm sorry for making you uncomfortable, but not sorry for doing the actions. It's almost like he's sorry he got caught, which feels weird to me. Usually if I see an apology, I'm like, okay, this guy, like, he feels bad for his actions. This guy just feels bad because the screenshots are now viral. But, of course, Lady Emily made a response to that tweet saying, reply to the apology. While I'm not sure if I fully accept, I do wish you the best in growing from this. I find the framing of this as a simple mistake concerning. So far, I've talked to half a dozen women who have shared similar stories. I hope your future apology acknowledges that. So, this is apparently something that might have happened more. However, there is the chance people are just hopping on it. There's always realities for any possible option, so I'm just going to have to see when he comes out with a full response, or if more people come out with more evidence on the guy. But overall, this is really, really troubling stuff to see come from a YouTuber like this. Now, the real question, do I hate Chuggaaconroy? Do I think he deserves to be canceled to any form? I don't. I know that's a bit of a hot take. I don't think he needs to lose his career for this. I do think that he's weird and shouldn't have interacted with that woman, but at least he wasn't, like, going into grooming territory. It wasn't him, like, trying to emotionally manipulate her and then be like, but also, you need to send me your shoes or I'm going to explode you. It was more just like, hey, shoes please, and she's just like, no, and he just kept pushing. It was very uncomfortable, and I think that he is socially inept and probably shouldn't be interacting with people like this in the future, but at the same time, I don't think this guy should have his career obliterated off the face of the earth. But that's about where the situation ends. I wanted to cover it, but I want to hear your thoughts on it as well. Let me know in the comments. I know comments are going to be an amalgamation of like, wow, this is 2024, feet, and actual genuine responses. Give me everything. I want to see all of it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And hey, if you got this far in the video, comment something like, my cup of water is 3/5 full. Not sure where that came from. That kind of just came out. It's probably because my cup of water is literally like 3/5 full. Thank you for being here, though. Have a great one. And as always, adios, arrivederci, goodbye, good night. And don't do this.